Hi guys, you are welcome to my new video on Smart Tech. Today in this video we will see that how to make an amazing and complete responsive restaurant website using simple HTML, CSS and JavaScript only. So firstly, I want to say that if you are new at this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video, and also share this wonderful design with your friend. So now let's see what actually we are going to create in this video and see the demo of this website. So at the first, we have a navigation bar at the top of our website, in which we will create an amazing animated website logo at the left side of a navbar, and at the center of a navbar there are some new menu links. You can see that if we click on the new links, this green indicates for active links are also working properly, and there is one more button, get started, at the right side of a navbar. After that, this is our website landing page, where we will create some contents and add one image at the right side of the sections. After that, if we scroll down the page, then we have the custom sections features. In the features section, we will create 3 amazing features card with the whole effect button explore, and also here we will add scroll reveal animation on this card. Now if we scroll down more down, then we have the another section, that is service sections. In the service section, we will create some service contents and add one image at the left side of the sections. After that, next we have menu sections. In the menu sections, we will create 6 amazing menu card with the whole effect. If we hold on the cards, you can see that it show add to cart button, and after all that card, we will create one more button, all menus, to explore all menu cards. After that, we will get our client review sections or testimonial. In this section, we will add one autoplay slider, and we will design our transparent review cards. And after that, we will get sign up or subscribe newsletter sections. And finally, on scroll, we will get our website footage sections with a copyright message. After that, at the right side of the website, we have one more button, that is scroller button. When we click on this button, we will come back to our home page of our website. So now if we inspect this website for a small device or mobile views, you can see that how it looks now. And here there is one toggles button. If we click on this, it shows one sidebar and show new links here. If we click on this, you can see that it is working properly. This is our home page, which is looking in mobile views, and this is our feature sections, and here you can see that features card looking very beautiful and attractive in our mobile views. Okay, and this is our service sections. These are menu cards in our mobile views, and these are client review sections cards. And after that, this is our finally footer sections in our bottom of our website, which is looking very beautiful and attractive. You can see that here. So this is our website which we are going to create in this video tutorials, and you can also access this website source code freely on GitHub. So now let's get into the video. And from here we will set up our folder structure and start from sketch. So now we will create one folder with the name of restaurant, and in this folder we will import our images folder from the download. Okay, this is our folder with the name of media. We will copy this folder and paste here, and in this folder we will store our all images which we are going to use in our website. So let's come back, and now we will open this folder in our text editor VS Code. So from here we will open CMD and write code dot to open this folder in our text editor VS Code. So now here we will create one file with the name of index.html. In this file, you know that we will write our all HTML code, and this is our main file to create our website. So after that, we will create one more file with the name of style.css. In this file we will write our all CSS code and style our website. And after that we will create one more file with the name of script.js. And in this file we will write our all JavaScript code. So now come to our index.html file, and here we will generate our boilerplate. So this is our basic template to start our code. So from here we will change these titles of our website, and we will write the title of this website will be restaurant. And after that we will connect this CSS file in our HTML file. So here we will use link tag, and here we will write our CSS file name, that is style.css. and after that we will link our font icon in our website. So from browser we will first download our font icon. Here we will search remixicons.com, and from here we will download these icons. After downloading this file we will open this in our folder, and here we will extract these files, and from here we will copy this folder and paste in our main folder in the restaurant. Okay, so now we will connect this font icon CSS file in our HTML file. This is our file remix icon which we are going to connect in our HTML file. Okay, so let's come back in our HTML file, and here we will use a link tag, and here we will write our path name of these files, that is remix icons. And after that we have one more folder, that is fonts, and after font folder we have that file remixicon.css. So after connecting this we will come to our style.css file, and here we will import our Google fonts. So let's come back to our browser, and here we will write Google fonts. We will open these first links and search for Poppin font family. From here we will select this all font, and from here we will copy this link and paste in our CSS file. So after that we will use this font family in our HTML file. So firstly we will write our basic CSS property for this our website. So by using this universal selector we will make initial padding of this website will be 0, and margin also will be 0, and after that font size of this HTML will be 14px, and here we will use font family, that is Poppins, and we will copy from that and paste here. So this is our basic CSS property which we are going to use in our website. So now we will come to our index.html file, and here we will open this file in our browser using open with live server. And after this we will see that our created website, and in this website you can see that first we have this navbar. So here first we will create our navbar in the website. So let's come to our index.html file, and here we will take one div with the class name container. So here firstly we will create header or navbar. So firstly we will take one header tag here with the class name header, and also with the ID name header, and after that we will take one new tag for creating our navbar with the class name navbar, and also with the ID name navbar, and after that we will write our all navbar codes here. So firstly you can see that here we will create this website logo, and here we will create one div with the class name logo, and we will take one span tag here and write the logo name, that is RS, and after that we will create some new menu links here. So here we will create one div with the class name new list, and in the new list tag we will use one UL tag, and in UL tag we will use a list tag with the class name new links, and in the new link tag for creating new links we will use a anchor tag. and here we will write the address of this link, that is home. After this we will copy this link and we will paste here 4 times. After creating these new menus, we will create one more button in our navbar. So here we will create one div with the class name new button, and in this new button, for creating our new button's link, here we will use a one anchor tag and write the address of these links. After saving this file, and let's come to our browser and see that how it looks now. So we will write CSS code for this and style our new bar. So just come to our CSS file, and here we will write our CSS code for new bar. So here firstly we will set the font size of this HTML page. So here we will take a selector HTML and write the font size of this HTML page, that is 10px, and here this 10px size will be equal to 1 rem. And after that we will use the body tag here and copy this class container, and we will paste here, and we will set CSS property for this container, and width of this container will be 100% and overflow will be hidden. After writing this, we will set the header CSS property. So from here we will copy this header tag and we will write the maximum height of this header will be 100 bh. After that we will copy this tag and paste here again, and now we will copy this new tag and paste here and write CSS property for this new bar. So after saving this file, you can see that how it looks now. It makes some gaps between this logo and new menu links, and also with the buttons. Okay, so now we will set the position of this navbar, and here the position of navbar will be fixed. From top it will be 0 and from left it will be also 0. Width of navbar will be 100%, and here you can see that padding has been applied here. So now first we will style our website logo. So from here we will copy this and paste here. For styling this new logo, we will copy this class and we will paste here and write CSS property for this, and from the margin left it will be 5 rem. Now we will use this span tag to style our RS logo. Now you can see that how it looks, and now here we will add box shadow for this website logo. So here we will use box shadow property and write the value for this box shadow. And here you can see that box shadow has been applied here, and now we will use text shadow on this logo. So from here we will copy this code and paste here again, and we will change box to text shadow. Now you can see that it is looking very beautiful and attractive. After that we will add animation in this logo. So here we will use animation, and here we will write the name of this animations, that will be anime logo. And here we will use the animation selector. For using this animation, we have to write this keyframe selector. So here we will write identifier of this animation, that will be enemy logo, which we have right here. And here we will use the property of this animations. And after saving this file, now you can see that how our logo looks. So now we will style this our new menus. Okay, so let's come back to our CSS file, and first we will copy this, and from here we will copy this class, and also we will copy this. And now we will set CSS property for this link. Position of this link will be relative, display will be inline, and here we will give the padding 0.5 rem from top and bottom, and from the left and right will be 2.5 rem. So after this you can see that these links are displaying inline, and here we will use the list style will be none. After that we will style our anchor tag. So here we will use this anchor tag and set the CSS property for this. So first, font size of this will be 1.6 rem, and color of this link will be black, that will be hexacode, and text decoration for this link will be none. So after that you can see that how it looks now. And now we will style our active links here. So here we will create one indicator for this active links. First we will add one class with the name of active in our anchor tag. And now we will copy this first. After writing this, we will copy this class, and here we will use this before selector and style our indicator for active links. So after applying this property, now you can see that how it looks, and to make it center we will use margin auto here, and after that you can see that it come to your center. Okay, position from bottom it will be -1 rem. Now you can see that it come to at bottom of this home link, and here we will use the border radius for it. It will be 50%, and here we will use box shadow. So from here we will copy this code and paste here, and now you can see that how it looks. So after that we will style our this get started button. So first we will add margin from the right side. So from here we will copy this, and we will copy this class name button, and here we will use margin right property, that will be 5 rem. So after that you can see that margin is applied here, and now we will copy this code and copy this anchor tag and set property for this anchor tag button. So after using this property, you can see that how our new button looks here. So now after this navbar, and now you can see that how our navbar completely looks. So after creating this navbar, we will create now our website landing page. So firstly we will add HTML and then we will style this our landing page. So just come back to our HTML file, and after ending this header tag we will create one main tag, and in this main tag, so here we will create one sections with the class name home and also with the same ID name home. And now in these sections we will create one div with the class name left content, and after this we will create one more div for our right content. So after that, in the left content we will create one div with the class name content, and in this content we will write our all left content. Okay, so here we will add one titles using h1 tag and write the class name title, and here we will use one break tag to create a new line. After that, in the left content we will use some text, so here we will use one paragraph tag with the class name text, and we will write here lorem with some text. And now we will create this subscription box. So here we will create one div with the class name subscription, and in this div we will use one input tag with the class name email, and here we will write placeholder name that will be. After that, in the subscription box we will create one button, so here we will create one div with the class name button, and in this button div we will create one anchor tag, and here we will write our button name, that is get started. And after creating this anchor tag, here we will use our font icon. So you know that we have added one font icons folder here, remix icons. So from this side we will add our icons. So let's come to in these files, and here we will write remix icon and search for arrow icon, and we will copy this link and paste here, and we will write our class name here, that is RI. And after creating this button, in the right content we will add one image, and here we will write the path of that image. So here we will write our folder name, that is media, and after that we have one image with the name of home.jpg. And after saving this file, and now you can see that how our file looks. And now we will add CSS for our this landing page. So here we will copy this main tag, and after that we will copy this home class. So here in the home section we will divide this content into two parts. So here we will use display will be grid, and we will make two columns here. So we will use this property grid template column. So we will create two parts here like this. Okay, so we will use repeat, and here we will create two sections with the same width, that is 50%, and after that overflow will be hidden. And now you can see that this image come to at this side, and this is divided into two parts. And now we will copy this, and after that we will copy this left content and also right contents. So here we will use this property display flex, and justify content will be center, align item also will be center, and width of both content will be 100%. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks now, and we will make this content to flex end here. So here we will copy this, and we will change the justified content center to flex end. And now we will set the height of this left content sections will be 100 ph. And after this we will style out these contents. So here we will copy this, and from our HTML file we will copy this content class and set the property for this contents. So display of this content will be flex, justify content will be center, and after saving this you can see that how our content looks. So we will make this content in column directions. So here we will use flex direction will be column, and after that you can see that how our content looks, and width of this content will be 80%, height will be also 80%, and margin from the top it will be 5 rem. Now you can see that after using that property our contents looks in center. So firstly here we will style our this titles. So now we will copy this, and from our HTML file we will copy this tag and set property for our titles. So here font size of title will be 4.5 rem, line height will be 5 rem, and margin from the bottom will be 1.8 rem. Text transform will be capitalized, and maximum width of this title will be 80%. So now you can see that how our titles looks. And now we will style out this text. So here we will copy this, and from our HTML file we will copy this tag, and font size of this text will be 1.6 rem, and margin from the bottom will be 6 rem. And now you can see that how it looks. And after that we will style out this subscription box. So here we will copy this line and we will paste here, and after that we will copy this subscription class, and in the subscription box we will make this content to flex. So here we will use display flex, and we will use flex wrap to wrap the content. And now you can see that how it looks, and gap between the both content will be 2.5 rem. Align item will be center, and now you can see that how it looks. So after this we will copy this line, and now we will style this input box. So from here we will copy this and paste here, and set the property for this, and font size of this input will be 1.6 rem, and here we will set the padding 1.6 rem from top and bottom, and from the left and right will be 2.5 rem, and after that we will set padding from the right side, that will be 8 rem. You can see that here. And here we will set the border will be none, and outline also will be none, and here we will set the box shadow for this, and we will set here the value for the box shadow, that will be 5px. Now you can see that how it looks, and now we will set the border radius for this. You can see that how our input box looks, and after that input box we will style our button. Okay, so here we will copy this, and we will copy this class button, and set the position of this button will be relative, and display of this button content will be flex, justify content will be center, align item also will be center, gap between the icons and text will be 0.6 rem, padding of button from the top and right will be 1.6 rem, and from the left and right will be 2.5 rem. And here we will set the background for the button will be green, and here we will use this code. So here we will set the port radius for this button, that will be 3 rem, and cursor will be pointed here. And now we will style our this anchor tag. So here we will copy this, and from here we will copy this anchor tag, and here we will set the font size of this will be 1.6 rem, color of this will white, text decoration will be none. So now you can see that how it looks, and here we will style out these icons. So we will copy this line, and here we will copy this icon class, that is ri, which we have right here, and font size of this icon will be 2.5 rem, and color of this icon will be white. So now we will add box shadow for this button here. So from here we will copy this line, and here we will use before selector. So after applying this property, you can see that how our before content looks. So now we will set filter will be blur, 3 rem, and we will transform these contents. So now you can see that this shadow looks behind these buttons. So now we will style our this right contents image. So here let's come to a style.css file, and here we will copy this line, and after that we will copy this class right contents, and also we will use this image tag. And here we will set the width and height of the image will be 75%, and here we will set the property object width will be content. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. So after that we will set margin from the top, it will be 5 rem. After saving this file, and you can see that here how our website landing page looks here. So we will change the blur rate of this input box shadow because it is not looking so good. So here we will change the box shadow blur rate, that will be 5 to 50 px, and now you can see that it looks good. So after creating this landing page, we will create these feature sections. You can see that here. So this is our feature section which we will create now. So let's come to our index.html file. So after that section, we will create one more section with the class name features. So here we will create some sections with the class name features and also with the same ID name features. So in the feature section, first we will create our section header. So here we will create some div with the class name section header. And in the section header, first we have the title of the section header. So after that we will use the one span tag to create our section titles. So here we will use one span tag. And we will write the class name section titles. So after that we will create our subtitle of these sections. So here we will use the one h1 tag with the class name section subtitles. And now we will create some text in our section header. So here we will use the one paragraph tag with the class name section text. And here we will use Remixicon text. And after saving this file, you can see that how our section looks now. And so first we will style our this section header. So let's come to a CSS file, and we will style our section header for all sections. So here before main tag, we will copy the section tag and padding of section will be 12 rem from the top, and from the right and left will be 5 rem, and from the bottom it will be 10 rem. And now you can see that padding is applied here, and here you can see that in our home section also padding applied here. So from here we will remove this padding. So in this home section we will set the padding will be 0, and now you can see that from our home section we have removed this extra padding. So now we will copy the sections, and here we will style our section title. So we will copy this class section header, and we will make this section header content in center. So here we will use text align will be center, and padding from the bottom we will set 8 rem. And now you can see that text looks in center. So now first we will style our this title. So we will copy this line, and from our HTML file we will copy this span tag for style our title, and we will paste here. And font size of this will be 1.8 rem. Color of this will be and now you can see that how it looks. And after that we will set lattice spacing, and here you can see that how it looks. And after that we will style our subtitles. So from here we will copy this line, and we will paste here, and from here we will copy this h1 tag, and here we will set font size for this will be 3.5 rem. Font weight will be 600, and margin from the bottom will be. And after that you can see that how our subtitles looks. And now we will style our this text. So from here we will copy this, and here we will use this paragraph tag, and we will set the font size of this paragraph will be 1.6 rem, and maximum width of this text will be 60%. And after this you can see that how it looks. So to make this text into the center, we will use margin auto property, and now you can see that it come to a center. And now here we will write our section content. So let's come to our HTML file, and here we will create a one div. So in this content you can see that we will create this card. So firstly we will create one div with a class box, and in this box we will create one more div with a class card. And after creating this card, we will use one image in our cards So here we will use one image tag, and here we will write the path of this image. And now in this card we will use one title in this card. So here we will create one h1 tag with the class name card title. And after card title we will write some text in our card. So here we will create one paragraph tag with the class name card text. So after using this text we will create one button in our card. So here we will use one anchor tag with the class name card button. So after writing this HTML you can see that how our card looks. So now we will add 2 more cards and style our this cards. Okay, so now here we will add 2 more cards and copy these contents, and we will paste here 2 times. And after saving this you can see that how this looks. So now we will style these cards. Okay, so let's come to a style.css file, and here after ending home sections we will copy this main tag. So from here we will copy this feature section, and first we will use the property position relative, and after that we will copy this line, and after this we will copy this content class and we will write here, and here we will display this all card into the grid system. Okay, so here we will use display grid, and here we will use 3 columns for these cards in line. Okay, so here we will use grid template column, and here we will create same size of cards. So we will use here repeat and auto fit, and here we will set the minimum and maximum size of the card. So the minimum size of the card will be 250px, and the maximum size of card will be 1 fr. So after saving this you can see that our card looks in inline or display grid. Okay, so here we will use grid auto row. Here grid auto row defined for the height of this card. So here we will use the grid auto row, that is 35 rem. And now we will set the gap between the cards, that is 2.5 rem, and you can see that gap is applied here. And after that we will set padding from the top of that card, that is 7 rem. So after that we will copy this line, and from our HTML file we will copy this box class, and here we will use position of this box will be relative, and padding of this box will be 2.5 rem, and here we will set the padding from the bottom, it will be 5 rem. So here we will use border, and after that you can see that padding is applied in this box. And after that, to make this content center we will use text align will be center, and now you can see that this content looks in center. And here we will use cursor, that is pointer, and after that we will copy this line, and we will copy this card class and style this card. So position of this card also will be relative, and here we will copy this line, and after that we will style our image in our card. So here we will copy this image tag, and we will set the position of this image will be absolute. So after using this absolute position you can see that our image come to at this position, and from the top the position of image will be -7 rem, and after that we will use from the left it will be 0, and from the right it will be also 0. And to make this image center we will use margin auto here. Now you can see that this image come to the center of this card. So width and height of this image will be 12 rem. You can see that how it looks now. So now we will style our this card titles. First we will copy this line, and from here we will copy this h1 tag, and position of this will be absolute. From the top it will be 8 rem, and to make this title center we will use margin auto, and font size of this title will be 1.8 rem, and here we will use font weight of this title, that is 500. And after saving this you can see that how it looks. So now we will style our this text. So from HTML file we will copy this paragraph tag, and here we will set the position of this paragraph will be absolute, and position from the top it will be 12 rem, from the left it will be 0. And after saving this you can see that how it looks. So now we will use the property width of this content will be 100%, and here we will set the font size 1.4 rem. So now we will style our this button anchor tag. So from here we will copy this line, and we will copy this anchor tag, so to make this button to center we will use here margin auto property. Now you can see that it come to a center. Font size of button will be 1.6 rem. Background of button will be white, and here we will use color, and after that we will remove this text decoration. So here we will use text decoration will be none, and here we will set the border for this button, and we will use the border radius, and after that we will set the padding of this button. From the top and bottom it will be 1.2 rem, and from the left and right it will be 0. So after saving this file, and now you can see that how our button looks, and now we will set hover effect on this button. So from here we will copy this line, and here we will use hover selector to make hover effect on this button. The background of our button will be green, and the color of text will be white. So here we will use transition for this hover effect, and after this you can see that how it looks. And now we will remove this border. And after that you can see that how our card looks. And we will make this center button to active. So here we will add one class, and now we will copy this line, and we will paste here again, and here we will use this class active button. So now we will change these images and these contents. Okay, here we will change this image. So after saving this file, and here you can see that how our card looks now. So after creating this feature section, we will create the service section. So first we will add this image and then we will create these contents. So let's come back to our files, and here we will create one section with the name of service, and also we will write the same ID name. And here in this section, first we will add this image and then we will add this content. So here we will use one figure tag with the class name service figure, and in this figure we will use one image tag, and here we will write the source of that image. And now here we will add service content. So here we will create one div with class name content, and in this content div we will add our service content. So here we will create one more div with the class name box, and in this box first we will create our titles of the content. So here we will use one span tag with the class name title, and after that we will use one h1 tag for subtitles of this content. And after the subtitles we will use text in this content. So here we will use one paragraph tag with the class name text, and after this text we will use these images. So here we will create one div with the class name icon, and in this icon div we will use one image tag, and we will copy this image tag and we will paste here, and here we will change the path of that image, and we will also change the class of that image. And after saving this file, and now you can see that how our section looks. So now we will style our these sections. So let's come to style.css file, and here after ending the feature sections we will copy this tag, and here from our HTML file we will copy this service sections, and here we will make this content to display grid. So this content will display in two sections. So here we will use display property grid, and here we will create a two column of the service section. So we will use grid templates column. So we will create same size of column. We will use repeat, and we will make two columns of the same size, that is 50%. And now you can see that how it looks. So first we will remove this padding. So padding of this section will be 0, and after removing this padding you can see that how it looks, and this image and this content looks in two columns. And this is part of image, it is not text. So here we will remove this part, and now we will style our this section. So we will copy this line. So from here we will copy this class service figure, and we will set the width and height of that figure. And now we will copy this line, and after that we will copy this image tag, and here we will set the width and height of this image. And after this you can see that how it looks. So now we will use, here we will use object position, and we will set border radius from right bottom to remove this part. And after that you can see that this part is removed from here. And now we will style our these contents. So firstly we will copy this line, and from here we will copy this content class, and we will make this content to display flags. Justify content will be center. Align item also will be center. You can see that how it looks. And we will set here padding left. So here we will use padding left. So now we will style our this service title. So from here we will copy this line, and we will copy this span tag, and we will set font size of this title will be 1.8 rem. Color of this will be, here we will use font weight 300. And after saving this you can see that how it looks. And now we will style our these subtitles. So from here we will copy this line, and we will copy this h1 tag, and first we will set the font size 3.5 rem. Font weight will be 600. Margin from the bottom 1.5 rem. And maximum width of this subtitle will be 70%. And now you can see that how it looks. So after that we will copy this, and from here we will copy this paragraph tag, and here we will set the font size, that is 1.6 rem. And margin from the bottom it will be 2.5 rem, and maximum width of this text will be 80%. So after saving this you can see that how it looks. And now we will set the width of these images. So from here we will copy this, and from here we will copy this icon, and here we will set the width and height of these images. And from here we will set margin from the right. So after saving this file, and you can see that how our content looks. And from here we will change the padding. So I will change this padding, that is 8 rem. Now you can see that this content looks in center of the sections. And here so guys, we have created our service sections, and after that we will create our this menu sections. First we will add this header, and after that we will design our this menu card. So let's come to our HTML file, and after ending this service section we will create a new section with the class name menu, and also with the same id name menu. And in this menu section first we will add our section header. So we will use same header, which we have used in our feature sections. You can see that here. So from our HTML file, we will copy this feature section header and paste in our menu sections. And after saving this, you can see that how our sections header look. So here we will change the title of these sections. And now you can see that it is changed here. And after this section header, we will create these menu cards. Okay, so let's come to our HTML file, and after ending this section header div, we will create one div with the class name section content. And in the section content, we will create one more div with the class name card. And in this card div, we will create one div with the class name box. And here we will write our menu card content. So first we will add one image in our menu cards. So now we will add one image tag with the class name menu item. And here we will write the source of that image. And after this image, we will add one title in our menu cards. So here we will use one heading tag with class name title. After this title, we will add rating icon in our cards. Okay, so here we will create one div with the class name rating, and in this rating div we will add icon. So let's come to our browser, and from this remix icon we will search for star, and we will copy this link and paste in our HTML file. And here we will change the class name. After that, we will copy this line, and here we will paste 4 times. And at the last icon, we will change this class. Okay, so after this rating, we will add price in our menu cards. Okay, so here we will create one div with the class name price. In our menu item, we will add one add to cart button. Okay, so here we will create one div with the class name cart, and in this cart we will add one image. So here we will write the source of that image. And after saving this, you can see that in our browser how our cart looks. So we will add 5 more cards in this our menu sections. So we will copy this code, and here we will paste 5 times. And now you can see that our card looks here, and we will style our these cards. Okay, so let's come to our CSS file, and here we will copy this main tag, and from our HTML we will copy our section class name, that is menu, and set the position of this menu will be relative. And after that, we will copy this line, and here we will set the CSS for this section content. So here we will set the display of this content will be flags. After this, you can see that how our card looks, and here you can see that this cards overflow from this content. So we will use flex wrap property, and after that you can see that this card come to at this bottom. So now we will set the maximum width of this section content will be 85 rem, and here you can see that how it looks, because we have changed the maximum width of this content. And after that, we will copy this line, and from here we will copy this card class, and we will set the content of this card with the display flags. Align item will be center, and width and height of this card will be 20 rem. Margin will be auto, and here we will use box shadow for this card. After saving this, you can see that how our card looks. So now we will set CSS property for our box class. Position of this box will be relative. Width and height of this box will be 100%. And after that we will copy this line, and here we will copy this image tag in our box class, and we will set the width of this image will be 100% and height of this image will be 13 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how our card looks. And after that we will copy this line, and here we will style out this title. So from here we will copy this tag and set the position of this will be absolute. From the top it will be 14 rem, and from the left it will be 1.5 rem. Font size of this title will be 1.6 rem. Font weight of this will be 500. And after that you can see that how it looks. And now we will style out this rating. So position of this rating will be absolute. From the top it will be 16.5 rem, and from the left it will be 1.2 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. So now we will copy this line, and here we will style out this icon. So we will copy this class, and we will set the font size of this icon will be 1.8 rem. Color of this will be green, and now you can see that how it looks. We will copy this class. Color of this last icon will be, now you can see that how it looks. And we will add the same class in the last icons. So here we will copy this class and paste here, and we will paste this class in our all icon. Okay, so after saving this, you can see that how our icon looks. So now we will set this price. Okay, from this we will copy this line, and we will copy this price class, and position of this will be absolute. And here we will set the background of this price will be, and now we will set the padding for this 0.8 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. So here we will set the border radius for this price. And after that you can see that how it looks. And finally we will style out this add to cart button. So we will copy this line, and from our HTML file we will copy this cart class, and here we will set the position of this will be absolute. From the bottom it will be 0. From the right it will be also 0. Width and height of this card box will be 3 rem. After this we will set cursor, for this will be pointer, and now we will copy this class, and from here we will copy this image tag, and we will set the width and height of this image will be 100%. So after that you can see that how our card button looks, and after styling this card you can see that how our card looks. So it is looking very beautiful and attractive. So now we will style out this design. Okay, So first let's come to style.css file, and here in this file we will set CSS for our first and last card. Okay, so from here we will copy this line, and here we will use selector, that is n child, okay, for our first card, and we will copy this line again and we will paste here. Okay, and here we will write the value for our last card, that is 6 card. Okay, so after that we will style out this first and last card. So we will change width and height for this first and sixth card. Okay, and we will change the width and height for this card, that will be 40 RAM, and height of this card will be 30 RAM. And after saving this, you can see that how our card looks, and size of this card has been changed and looks good. Okay, and here in the section content we'll set column gap, that is 1 RAM, and after that we'll set row gap, that is 5 RAM. Here you can see that how it looks now. And after that we will style out this title and rating, okay, icons. So now we will copy this line of code and we will paste here. After the image we will copy this class and use it here. We will copy this image tag and also use it here. We will change the height of this image. Okay, so now we can see that how it looks. And after that we will copy this line again and we will style out this title. Okay, and after saving this, you can see that it looks like this. And now we will style out this rating. And after this you can see that it looks like this. And now we will style out this price. So again we will copy this line and here we will change the position of this price. From the top will be 20 RAM, and after saving this you can see that how the price looks. Okay, and here we will also change the font size of this icon. So we will copy this code and after you can see that how it looks. And so after saving this you can see that the size of this card. So now we will make this all design in the center. So from here and after this maximum width we will set margin auto, and after saving this you can see that our content looks in the center. Okay, and after this we will create some button at the bottom of this card. Let's come to our HTML file, and at the bottom of this file And here, after ending the section content, we will create one div with the class name explore more. And in this div we will create one anchor tag, and here we will write the name of this button. And now we will install this button. So in our CSS file, we will copy this line, and after that we will copy this class. We will set text align will be center, margin from the top will be 8 rem. Our this button come in the center position. Okay, we will copy this line again, and here we will use anchor tag, and we will set font size. For this will be 1.6 rem. Background of this will be and after that we will set padding for this button. And here after that we will set O effect on these buttons. So we will copy this line, and here we will use over selector. The background of this button will be green, and here we will add transition for this O effect, that is 0.3 second. Now you can see that it looks like this. Okay, and here we will set text decoration will be none, and here we will set border for this button, that is 1px solid green. And now we will set border radius for this button. And here you can see that how our menu section look. And after this menu section, we will create our this client section. In this client section, first we will add this header, and after that we will add this slider, and then we will design this card, transparent card. So let's come to our HTML file, and here after ending the menu section, we will create one new section with the class name client, and we will also use same ID. And here in the client section, first we will create our section header. So from menu section, we will copy this section header code, and we will paste in our client section. And after saving this, you can see that our section header is displayed here. And now we will change this title of this section header. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. And now after creating this our section header, we will add this slider in our section. So here we will create one div with the class name section content, and in the section content we will add our slider. So first let's come to our browser, and here we will search for swiper.js. From here we will use this swiper per view slider, and from the core we will copy this code. First we will import this link in our HTML file. At the top in the head tag we will paste it, and after that we will use this swiper.js Cdn link at the bottom of our HTML. And now we will copy this JavaScript code, and we will paste in our JavaScript file. And then we will connect this JavaScript file in our HTML file. So here we will use skip tag, and we will write the source of this file. Now we will copy this CSS code, and we will paste this code in our CSS file, and after ending this menu section we will paste it and we will remove this code. Okay, and now after this we will copy this swiper HTML. Okay, and we will paste in our HTML file in the section content. So after saving this, and now we will write the content of that card and style our slider. And here first we will remove this, and in the first slide we will create one div with the class name card, and in this card, so here we will use one image with the class name profile. After that we will use one heading tag for the name of that client. So here we will use one heading tag with the class name name, and now we will write the profession of that client. So here we will use one span tag and write the class name. After this we will use one paragraph tag with the class name tags to create our review of that card. Okay. So from here our menu section, we will copy this rating div and we will paste in our this swiper slide card, and after this we will write one class here. And now after saving this, you can see that in our website how it looks. So here we will create 5 more cards. So from our HTML we will copy this code and here we will paste it 5 times. And now after saving this, you can see that how a slider looks. And after that we will start our this card, and at the background of this section we will add first image. Okay, so let's come to style.css file, and here we will copy this main tag from our HTML file. We will copy this class client section, and first here we will set the position of this client section, that is relative. After this we will copy this code, and after this we will add one image at the background of this section. So here we will copy this code and we use before selector. Width of this image will be 50% and height of this section will be 70%. So it covers 50% of this section, and it will also use 70% of that section height. Okay, so here we will use background, and here we will use content will be none. And now after saving this, you can see that our image is displayed here, and we will make this image to at this position. The position from the bottom of this image will be 0, and from the right it will be -15 rem. Now you can see that how it looks, and here we will use background size, that is content, and now you can see that how our image looks. And now we will rotate this image, and here we will set the Z index of this image, that is -1. And now after saving this, you can see that how this image looks. So after this we will style out this card. First we will copy this line and we will use this code before the swiper. After this we will copy this line again and we will paste it before swiper slide. And now we will style out this card. So in our swiper class we will set the padding of this swiper. And we will set padding from the bottom. It will be 8 rem. You can see that here how it looks. So now after this we will set the width and height of this swept slide. So width of this swept slide will be 32 rem, height of it will be 28 rem, and after saving this you can see that how it looks. Now we will copy this line. From our HTML we will copy this card class. Position of this card will be relative. And after saving this you can see that how it looks. So after this we will add backdrop filter, that is blur. And now after saving this you can see that here this is completely look transparent. Okay, after this we will set the border radius of this card. Now after saving this you can see that how it looks. From here we will copy this line. First we will style out this image, and here we will write CSS property for this image. So position of this image will be absolute, and position from the top of this image will be 2.5 rem. From the left it will be also 2.5 rem. Width and height of this image will be 6 rem. And here we will use border radius, that is 50%. Now you can see that how it looks. So this image come to at this portion of this card, and after that we will style out this name. So from here we will copy this line, and from our HTML file we will copy this h1 tag. And now in the same way like image we will style our name of this card. And here we will set the font size, and after that we will use font weight. So from here we will copy this line again, and from here we will copy this span tag. And after this we will style out this icon. So from here we will copy this line, and from our HTML we will copy this class rating, and here first we will set the position of this icon. And after saving this you can see that it come to at this position. Now we will copy this line again, and here we will copy this icon class. Font size of this icon will be 2.2 rem. Color of this icon will be green, and after saving this you can see that how it looks. So from here we will copy this line, and here we will set the color of this icon. And now you can see that how it looks. So after this we will customize our this slider JavaScript code. So from our JavaScript we will customize this code. when we click on this bullet, it is also working. And now after this we will style out this bullet. Okay, and here we will use the bullet class. So now we will style out this bullet. So first we will find this bullet class, and after this we will style out this bullet. So first we will set the width and height of this bullet will be 1.2 rem. Now you can see that how it looks. So now we will change the background of this active bullet. So here we will use active class. Now after saving this, you can see that how our bullet looks. Okay, so it is looking very beautiful and attractive. And after this we will set the width of this content. Okay, so from here we will copy this line, and now we will set the width of this section content, that is 80%, and here we will set the margin will be auto. And now after saving this, the slider content looks in the center. So here we have completed our testimonial sections, and after this we will create our this sign up section. So first here we will create the sign up section. Let's come to our HTML file, and after ending this section we will create one new section with the class name sign up, and in this section first we will write one div with the class name section content. And here first we will add one title in our sign up section. So we will use one h1 tag with the class name title, and here we will write the title of this section. And after this title we will add some text in this section content. So here we will use one paragraph tag with the class name text. And now after this we will add this button in our section. So here in our HTML, after the section content, we will create one div, and in the sign up button we will use one anchor tag, and after this anchor tag we will use one icon in our button. So from our remix icon we will search for arrow right, and here we will use this icon. So from here we will copy this and we will write it here. So after saving this, you can see that our content looks. So now we will style out this content. Let's come to our CSS file, and after ending this client section, and here we will copy this main tag and write it here, and after this we will copy this sign up class, and here we will style out this sign up section. So first we will use position relative. Display of this content will be flex, and here we will use flex wrap property. Justify content will be centered. Align item also will be centered. And here after saving this, you can see that how our content looks. After this we will add some row gaps between the content. And width of this content will be 70%. And here we will use margin. And after margin we will use box shadow. And now we will set border radius. And after saving this, you can see that how our content looks. And after this we will style out this section content. So from here we will copy this line and we will write it here, and from our HTML we will copy this section content class, and first we will set the width of the section content, And now here we will copy this line, and now we will style out this title of this section content. Font size of this title will be 2.5 rem. After this we will copy this line again, and here we will paste it, and from our HTML we will copy this text class, and we will set the font size of this text will be 1.8 rem. And now after saving this, you can see that how our content looks. And after this we will style out this sign up button. So from here we will copy this line and we will paste it here, and from here we will copy this sign up button class. And first we will set the display flags. Justify content will be center. Align item also will be centered. And here we will set the padding for this button. And here we will set the background of this button, that will be green. Border radius of this button will be 3 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how our button looks. And here we will add some gap between this icon and this text. So here we will use gap, and here you can see that gap is added here. And now we will style out this button text. So from here we will copy this line, and we will copy this anchor tag, and here we will set font size, that is 1.6 rem, and color of this will be white. Now you can see that how it looks. And here we will use text decoration, that is none. After this we will style out this icon. So from here we will copy this line again, and here we will use this class. Font size of this icon will be 2.5 rem, and color of this icon will be. And after saving this, you can see that how our button looks. And here we will add some gap between this content and this button. And from here we will remove this row, and we will set only for gap, that is 5 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how our content looks, and some gap is added here. And now finally we will create our this footage section. So let's come to our HTML file, and in this HTML file, after ending this sign up section, here we will use one footer tag, and in this footer tag we will create one div with the class name footer content, and here we will create one more div with the class name brand. And in this brand div we will create our logo of this website. So here we will use one div tag with the class name logo, and we will use here a span tag. And after this logo we will create the social icon links. So in our HTML we will create one div, and in this we will use one UL tag, and here we will create list of this icon. So here we will use list tag, and here we will use social icon. So from our remix icon, first we will search for Facebook icon, and after this we will write the class name of this. And now after this, here we will search for Instagram, in the same way we will create our all icons. And now after this we will create our this content. So here in our HTML, after this brand div, we will create one more div with the class name write content. And in this write content, we will create one div with the class name box, and we will add one more class, that is service. And in this box div, we will use the UL tag, and in UL tag we will create a list, and here we will write service. We will add one class, and here we will write the name of this class will be title. The next one is membership. Here we will copy this and we will write it here 3 times. Now we will change all this content. And after saving this, you can see that how our footer content looks. So like this, we will create 3 more divs. So from here we will copy this code, and in this write content we will paste it here 3 times. And now we will change content of all this box, and here we will also change this class. Now after saving this, you can see that how our content looks. So now we will style out this footer section. So now let's come to our CSS file, and after ending this sign up section, from our HTML file we will copy this footer tag and we will write it here. We will copy this class footer content. First we will set the display grid to make this content responsive of this footer section, and here we will use grid template column, and we will make 2 columns. Okay, first column will be 30% and the last one is O2, and we will set gap between this column, that is 2.5 frame, and here we will set width of this footer content will be 80%, margin will be auto, and here we will set padding for this footer content will be 5 frame from the top and bottom. From the left and right it will be 0. Now after saving this, you can see that how the content looks, and it divided into 2 parts. The first section content width of 30% and last one is it content auto. So from here we will copy this line, and after this we will style out this brand. So first we will set padding for this, that is 1.5 frame, and now we will copy this line again and we will write it here, and after this we will copy this logo class, and here we will set font size of this logo will be 3 rem. Background of this logo will be green, and here we will set padding for this logo, and after this we will set box shadow for this logo. And after saving this, you can see that how our logo looks. And now from our HTML, we will remove this span tag. And after saving this, you can see that how our logo looks. So from here we will copy this code and we will write it here, and we will change box to text shadow. And after saving this, you can see that our text looks. And now after this, we will style out this social icon. So from here we will copy this line, and from our HTML we will copy this contact class, and here we will use UL and this tag, and display will be inline block, and here we will set list style will be none. And after saving this, you can see that our icon come in inline. So from here we will copy this line, and here we will style out this icon. And here we will set box shadow for this icon. So from here we will copy this code, and we will write it here. Now after saving this, you can see that how our icon looks. And after this, we will style out this content. So from here we will copy this, and from our HTML we will copy this write content class. First we will set display will be create to make our this content responsive without using media queries. And we will set create template column, that is repeat auto fit, to make our content equal size. Okay, and here we will set minimum and maximum size of this content, and gap between this box will be 1.5 rem. And now you can see that our content looks in grid and display in inline. Okay, first we will style out this content. So from here we will copy this line again, and from our HTML we will copy this box class, and first we will set padding for this box will be 1.5 rem. Now we will style out this list of this box. So from here we will copy this. Font size of this text will be 1.6 rem. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. And now we will style out this title. Okay, so from here we will copy this, and here we will copy this title class, and we will write it here. Margin from the bottom, it will be 2.5 rem. And now after saving this, you can see that how our footer section look. And after this footer section, we will add this copyright message at the bottom of this website. So let's come to our HTML, and here after adding this footer, we will create one div with class name copyright content, and here we will use the one paragraph tag, and after this we will style out this copyright message. So we will copy this class, and here after adding this footer section, first we will set padding for this content, that will be 2.5 rem, and text alignment will be center. And after this we will copy this, and here we will style out this text, and first we will set font size of this text. And after saving this, you can see that how it looks. So we will copy this, and here we will use this span tag. First we will set font size for this will be 1.8 rem, and after saving this, you can see that how our copyright content looks. So here in the footer section, we will add this border. So at the top we will copy this footer, and here we will write it, and we will set border bottom. And here you can see that how our button looks. So after this content, we will add this scroll up button in our website. When we click on this button, we will come back to our website homepage. And here, after adding this copyright content, here we will create one div with the class name scroll up. And in this we will use one anchor tag. And this anchor tag we will use this icon. So from remix icon, we will search for arrow. And here we will use this icon. We will copy this. And now first we will style out this icon. After ending this copyright message, we will copy this class scroll up. First we will set position of this button will be fixed. From the bottom it will be 2.6 RAM, and from the right it will be 2 RAM. And here you can see that this button looks here. So from here we will copy this and we will style out this icon. And here we will set box shadow for this icon. Okay, so from here we will copy this code and we will paste it here. And now after saving this, you can see that how our button looks. And here we will copy this, and from our HTML we will copy this anchor tag, and here we will set text decoration for this anchor will be none. So after this you can see that this text decoration has been removed here. You can see that. And now if we click on this button, you can see that we will come to our home page. So in our HTML we will add scroll behavior that will be smooth. And now you can see that if we click on this button, and we will come back to our home page. And so now after all this, here you can see that there is no background looks in our navbar on scroll. So here first we will add background on this navbar. Here you can see that this looks transparent. Okay, so let's come to our script.js file, and here after that we will create one function and write the function name that is scroll navbar. And in this function we will create one variable with the name navbar, and here we will write the variable name that is navbar. And here we will use document dot get element by id, and here we will write id of that navbar. So from our HTML, here at the top you can see that we have write that id name navbar. And here after that we will use condition statement. So here we will use if. So here we will use this keyword. If we scroll our window, to scroll our window vertical, so here we will use scroll y that is greater than or equal to 100 viewport height. Then we will add one class in our navbar. So from here we will copy this and we will write it here. If this condition will true, then we will add one class in our navbar, that is class list, and we will add one class in our navbar, that is scroll navbar. And other condition will be that we will remove this scroll navbar class from this navbar. So here we will use remove to remove this class. And after that we will add one event listener on our window documents. So here we will use window add event listener to add event listener, and here we will use scroll event. If we scroll this page greater than 100 viewport, then we will run this function scroll navbar. And here in our css file we will add this class scroll navbar. So from here we will copy this class, and in our css file after this header new tag we will write it here, and we will copy this, and here we will set css property for this. So here we will set background for this navbar will be white on scroll more than 100 viewport height. Now after saving this, you can see that how it looks. And here we will set chat index for this navbar. So now you can see that how it looks. And now we will set transition for this background. Okay, so here we will use transition, and after saving this you can see that how it looks. So finally we have completed this website using simple HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In the next video we will learn that how to make this website responsive, and we will continue with this video. So I hope this video will helpful for you, and if you have any questions you can ask me in the comment box. So at the end of this video I want to say that if you are new at this channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching the video.